Hey guys. Hey there. Hey to everyone who's here. I'm officially live. Fun, fun. So, who all is in here? I know there are three of you. Thank you for liking and sharing and all that good stuff. That definitely is always helpful. So, how are you guys tonight? Happy 12/12 because it is the 12/12 portal, blah, blah, if I can talk tonight. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having like this crazy headache that has been with me since yesterday all the way through today. It's been driving me nuts. And yes, I am wearing a Santa sweater because it's that time of the year. And when else am I going to be able to wear a Santa sweater? But now, anyway, feel free to drop any questions you guys have over into the chat, and I'll start doing free readings for you guys. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to get started kind of just to pick up like a general energy of what's going on and what's happening that we all need to know for 12/12. Just because that portal is wide open right now. And I'm going to get started with actually a good karma card because I just got these the other day. And it's good to have a little bit of good karma because you know how it can be. There can be bad karma that comes along, and we want some good karma. So let's see what we need to know, you guys, in terms of any good karma. Hi, Jennifer. Hi, Jessica. Oh, yay, Jessica made it. I'm so excited for you with this job possibility thing. Oh my gosh. So just right off the bat, I have to say that. I hope this job thing comes through. But let's get a good karma card just for all of us right now. Some good karma here. All right, we got donate blood. Okay, well, that's an interesting one. Donate blood. Well, I feel like, if you really want to donate physical blood, especially during like a pandemic and everything, like why not? Go for it. Otherwise, I also kind of look at blood as like the blood is like life. So maybe kind of like, I don't want to say like donate your life, but like donate, like put your life into something, I guess you could say, to go out there and to be of help and assistance to other people. So that may be a good thing. So yeah, a little good karma. Hey, KB. Hi, MJ. Oh, I know. I'm so glad you finally made it out to one of my lives, Jessica. That's awesome. So hey, but it's going on. We're going down with this live. So let's see about a little bit of energy overall with the 12/12 portal through the Crystal Unicorn Tarot. See what we need to know. And then you guys feel free to drop your questions down. Like Jessica, if you want to know anything about the job thing, I'll pull a card for you on that. That's for sure. I know Grisella from the group, she had a question about an energy check between her and her DM. So I'm probably going to take her question first just because she submitted it in advance and she told me that she was going to be sleeping during the time of the live, which makes sense, time differences and all. So I'm probably going to pull that for her first, but otherwise feel free to drop questions and I will take them as we go. Anyway, 12/12 portal. Let's see what we all need to know right now, what we all need to learn dealing with the 12/12 portal. I feel like there should be some good messages coming through because of that. And we've got the Page of Wands. So right now could be like a fiery new beginning, a fiery start, a fiery passion happening right now, you guys. So yeah, like someone could definitely be thinking about this. They may not necessarily be taking action towards you at this time. If you guys have a particular person in mind, which I know most of you do, but if you have a particular person in mind as of this time, they may be thinking about this. They may be thinking about, I don't want to say necessarily like a one night stand, but they could just be thinking of like a night of passion, basically, something fiery that they desire, basically, having this Page of Wands here, but they're not talking about it though. That's the problem. They're not talking about it. They're not making action towards it, which they probably should. We also have the Five of Wands, and the Five of Wands can be conflict, it can be struggle. So, one of the reasons why they may not be saying anything about it as of this time and just thinking about it is they could be just like internally conflicted about it as of right now, just going back and forth in their heads, not necessarily knowing should they, shouldn't they, for all kinds of different reasons, because I know we're all in different situations as to what their blockages may be, as to why they don't come forward, whether there's a third party or there's something else going on. But definitely, it seems like they're just, they got some conflict going on. And we got the Star. So this is really good. I feel like this is an opportunity for all of us to rise up and basically shine bright like a diamond, and sparkle and just radiate your beauty, radiate your excellence and your gifts and your talents and all that kind of stuff. And just rise up and be that star, even though they may have their conflicts going on and be thinking about passion and everything. Actually, the more you're like this, the more you're in your star energy, the more that passion is probably going to wind up bubbling over for them. But if they bubble over with that passion, maybe it'll help motivate them to do more than just think about it and actually come forward. And we have the Six of Cups. So there's definitely nostalgia in the air at this moment. It's definitely like if this person has been in your past, if you have a long history with this person, even if you don't have like a long history with this person, it could be past life type of energy, but there's definitely some kind of history, some kind of significance with this person past wise, and they're feeling nostalgic. You could probably be feeling nostalgic at this time too during the 1212 portal. So yeah, I mean, whew, God knows that Taylor Swift album has me nailed. That's for sure. Whew. Oh my gosh, the tears from Dorothea and 'Tis the Damn Season. I just can't with those songs right now. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of what's coming through here for the overall energy we need to know for the 1212 portal. Let me pull one more for 1212, and then I'll move on to questions and stuff. So yeah, are the rest of you guys having a good 1212 portal? Like, is anyone else getting crazy headaches, or is that just me? Because my head has been pounding for 2 days straight now, and I was even just like, do I even want to come on and do a live? Like, my head is throbbing, but I was like, nope, press through, push through, do it, Heather. People need you. So here I be for the people. So yeah, crazy headache situation. And it's like right here in the front of my head, like, third eye location. And then later on in the day, it started hurting like right in the back too. But in like the middle of my head, it's fine. So it's just like totally weird. Yeah, Jennifer's exhausted. I totally get it. Hi, Arian. So, oh yeah, totally. Okay. KB has a headache too. Oh, low blood sugar. Well, eat something or get something to drink, KB. That way then you can take care of that low blood sugar. Yeah, being like a zombie is not good either. Oh, and Jessica, all I can think of is that crazy mask story that you mentioned on Facebook. I almost did the same thing earlier today. I almost walked into Ulta like that. And before I got into the store, I doubled back to the car like super fast. And I was like, oh shit, my mask. And I thought of you in that moment. I was like, I just almost pulled a Jessica. That would not be good. Oh man, definitely so embarrassing. Okay, last card for 1212. We have the Two of Cups. We all know what that's about, two of a kind, a lovely little pair. And of course, cups are all about that emotion, all about that love. So there's definitely a focus on that bonding and that pairing that's right within there as well. So, okay, that's what's coming through there. Okay, so now I'm going to pull a few cards for Grisella for her and her DM, since she did tell me about her question first. So this one's for you, Grisella, when you watch the playback. of what's happening between you and your DM. And then I will take any questions coming through in the chat. And there we go. So let's see, for Grisella and her DM, what is going on? What's the energies surrounding their situation right now? What does she need to know? Okay, we've got the Four of Cups. So, and I'm pretty sure this is going to resonate for you once you see this, Grisella. So basically, it seems like he's being a little stubborn right now because with the Four of Cups, the unicorn here, there are 3 cups down here that this unicorn is focused on. But this unicorn really shouldn't be focused necessarily on those 3 cups. It should really be focused on this 4th cup up here that's being offered to it. Like it's actually being offered this cup, but that unicorn is completely ignoring it. And I don't think it's because the unicorn necessarily wants to ignore it, but it's just being stubborn. It's like, I don't know. Do I really want that? I don't know. Like, what about these other 3? So yeah, so I feel like that's kind of how your DM is right now towards you. It's like here you are with that 4th cup, and you've clearly offered this love to him and this affection towards him, but he's being stubborn. I don't feel that it's that he doesn't want it, but he's just being super stubborn. And it's like he's distracted with other things, which are these other 3 cups down here. So he's just distracted, and he's being stubborn. He's being a stubborn guy is what it comes down to. And they do that from time to time. But we also have the sun. So I feel like, I kind of get 2 things from this. Number one, I feel like you are like the sun in his life. I automatically think of, and of course, I, of all people, would think this because my brain automatically goes to 98 Degrees songs. But I think of like, you're the sunshine after the rain for him, basically. You are his sunshine. You radiate these beams of sunshine and hope and joy for him in his life. So I kind of get that as like one perspective of it. And then the other perspective of it I get is the fact that, the sun is usually a masculine energy. And I feel like, he kind of needs to step into that. He needs to step into that masculine sunshine energy himself. He needs to be inspired by the warmth and the love that you give him through your rays of sunlight and, embrace that, embody that, and then be just like, yeah, I can be masculine and I can step up and I can start, accepting this 4th cup here and not be stubborn and ridiculous about things. And we have the Chariot. So I do believe, and I know you're going to find this hard to believe because I know you've had quite the struggle with him before, but I do believe at some point he's going to get into this chariot and he is going to come towards you. He's going to come your way. And, the Chariot is also about beating out our adversaries and that kind of thing. So, it could be, these other 3 cups could even be like things that he needs to like beat out as of the moment. Like whatever these other distractions are, it could just be like mental things or whatever that are holding him back. But I feel like he just needs to, beat those things out as of the moment and get into his chariot and come your way. So I don't know exactly when he's going to do that. I do have the Divine Time Oracle that's like on its way here right now. I don't have it in my possession just yet, but I can start doing some timing stuff as soon as I get those, which will be awesome. But yeah, so I do believe he's going to wind up showing up at some point, which I know you're going to be like, yeah, right, when pigs fly, but the pigs may actually grow some wings and start flying. Oh, and dude, come on now. 4 of Wands, we all know what this means. Union, commitment, togetherness. I mean, I don't even need to say much more than that. We all know what that means. So, once he gets into that chariot, it's going to carry over and it's going to become this. So I know you're probably going to be floored about all that once you see it, but that's the energy check. It is what it is. But hey, it's also 12/12. So, stranger things have happened. Miracles happen every day. So hopefully that helps you a little bit, Grisella. All right, let me have a look now at questions in the chat. Now that I answered Grisella's question, let me scroll back a little bit here. Okay. Okay, Jessica, I know I never make your. Oh, I read that already. Duh. All right. Jennifer, I would love a general love poll. That doesn't surprise me. Let's see if Edward Cullen is creeping in your window again. All right. Okay, let's see. Let me pull out some love cards here. General love poll for Jennifer. Let's see what comes through. And my dog Shadow is in here too. He's on the other side of my computer though. Please don't walk on the cards, Shadow. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. Okay. Yes, general love poll for Jennifer. Okay. Let's see what the journey of love has to say for your journey. From the journey of love for Jennifer. What does she need to know? What's in the energies right now for Jennifer? What's going on? He walks around the house the same time every night. Oh my gosh, it's so creepy. It's almost like you have a ghost that's not dead. That's so crazy. Oh my gosh. All right. It's so weird. Like now that I'm live, my head actually feels better. I don't know. It's so strange. I guess I just needed to come on here and do this. And it's like better than ibuprofen, apparently. Okay, so we have got. Get ready to laugh. I've been watching you. Oh my gosh, you can't make this shit up, you guys. I've been watching you. Jealousy. Now, I know you're not like fooling around or whatever with another guy, but I mean, you just said it yourself. He walks around the house the same time every night. So, yeah, he's definitely still creeping. So, that's verification of that. If you wondered if he stopped over the past week, he hasn't. He's still creeping. So, that's still going on. And we also have Destiny. I want forever with you. So he's obviously creeping because, he does feel that dream life and that desire. And he does, see a forever kind of situation with you. So, he may physically not be there right now, but, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all the other stuff, he's very much so still there. No, you can't make this up. Like that's insane that card came out, the very first one. We also have impatient. I can't wait. Well, you know what? If he's impatient, then he needs to like pick up the phone and head on over where you're at and just, like do what this dude is doing or whatever. So, it drives me nuts sometimes when these cards pop out and like they're not doing anything. It's like, why? Why are you so impatient? Like we're right here and we're waiting for you. Like, what are you waiting for? But yeah, there's definitely some impatience here. The impatience could be on your end too, where you're just like, dude, come on, like pick it up. Yeah, they're all stubborn boogers, is what it comes down to. I mean, the reading that I just did for Grisella, he was stubborn too. The Four of Cups. It's a very stubborn card. We also have confusion. We have grown. So I feel like this time period where he has recently moved out is probably actually a very confusing time for him. So, obviously if he's not like stepping up and coming through the way you would want him to, it's simply because he doesn't really know what he's doing. It's almost like he's trying to find this new identity in his new living situation, but he's obviously still attached to things dealing with you as well. So, I feel like right now, with you guys not being under the same roof anymore, it is a time for both of you to grow. It's kind of a time for both of you to explore other aspects of yourself, not being under the same roof together. but it's going to be temporary. Eventually you guys will wind up reuniting, you guys will wind up coming back together, but there's obviously something here that needs to grow and change before that can manifest itself. But there's a little bit of confusion around there. And we have duality. Can we kiss and make up? So he definitely doesn't want to remain apart from you, that's for sure. And like I said, I know you guys had that crazy, awkward, almost moment before he moved out. And I feel like he does want to finish that. He does want to make up. He does want to pick up with where you guys started with that. But there's something here that needs to be changed. That's for sure. There's something here that needs to be transformed. You're probably going to know better what that is necessarily than I would, not just for yourself, but for him too. But there's definitely something there that needs to be changed. But in the meantime, yeah, he's got his eye on you. That's for sure. So, yeah, hopefully that makes sense. Just work through whatever it is this time of growth and confusion may be. And the more you do that, the more you guys can come back together, reunite, and live under the same roof again and actually have happily ever after. So there you go. All right, let me scroll up and see who is next. Okay, Jessica. Career, yes, I'd love to know about the job. I still don't know if it's going to post to apply for yet. Okay, yes. I was thinking probably doing a card for you anyways, Jessica, with the career thing, just because that's like a huge thing. You're welcome, Jennifer. So happy it helped. Kind of crazy that you're like 100 miles from where I was born and I'm like 300 miles from your home in LA. We swapped areas. You're close to my roots. Yeah, that's true. That's true. My mom, she's in Northbrook. So that's where I'm at right now, right outside of Chicago. I'm in Northbrook as of the moment, because I'm originally from Wheeling, but my mom moved to Northbrook. She sold my childhood house like 5 years ago. So that's where I'm at right now. So crazy. But let's see what's going on with this career thing. Yes, I know exactly where Rockford is. That's like, right off of I-90 there, heading up to Wisconsin, going up to like Madison and those areas. I can't tell you how many times I've driven through like the Rockford area, going to 98 Degrees concerts back in the day when they would be up in Madison. It's so funny. But let me pull something from the Divine Dog and see what comes through with the career thing. What does Jessica need to know with this career opportunity that's in front of her right now? What does she need to know? I need to get some more like, I don't know, career related oracle cards or something. I know I've seen them like on Amazon and stuff. There's just so much crap on Amazon. I'm like, I want it all. But my wallet's like, you can't get it all right now. You just can't. So I get it in little tiny portions. So, oh wow. So KV used to work in Deerfield. That's so crazy. When I was younger, I used to go over to like the no, I think it's actually in Buffalo Grove, the Deerfield Bakery. That's called Deerfield's, but my uncle lives not too far from Deerfield. That's so crazy. Such a small world. That's so funny. And then my person who kind of drives me nuts, he's all the way in Crystal Lake, but that's a different story. That's tis the damn season to him is all I have to say. Tis the damn season. Part of me is just like, maybe I should send him that song. And then I'm like, nope, sit on your hands. Sit on your hands right now. Don't egg it on. Don't make it worse. Anyway, the career thing. Let's see what's happening for Jessica and her career. What does she need to know about this right now? I just pulled up two of them at the same time. Okay, well, these kind of actually go hand in hand. So first we have allowing, let it happen. So, breathe. I think first of all, breathe in, breathe out, take your time and allow this amazing opportunity to manifest because I know you've been struggling with the career thing for a while, and, finances haven't exactly been easy for you with the kids and stuff, going through the pandemic and everything. And this is a major thing that this has happened. And especially considering it's even above where you thought you were going to be with where you applied before, yeah, you may have been rejected for that other job, several months ago, but it was obviously God saying, nope, I've got something better for you. You think this is amazing? You just wait. And I love it when stories like that happen, where it's just like, we think it's the end of the world, we think it's all over, and then it's like, boom, something so much better happens. So allow it, let it happen, to let it just kind of unfold naturally, even though I know it's not necessarily like set in stone yet. Just go with the flow, kind of apply that feminine energy kind of thing when it comes to it. And then we also have acceptance, loving what is. So I feel like these two cards really kind of tag team each other. It makes sense. Allow it and accept it. So, I mean, these two cards, they're two different words, but they're kind of basically saying the same kind of thing. So, accept it. If you get this job and they offer it to you, yes, accept it. This is God's way of saying, yes, I planned this for you. This is a gift for you. Merry Christmas, Jessica. Here's a job. So accept it. Yes, for sure. And it's so funny. Every single one of these words are A words: allowing, acceptance, and action. Seize the day. So once again, once they offer that job, be like this dog. If the job is the frisbee, snatch it up in your jaws. Take it. This is the time. So yes, it's a good thing. So, really positive stuff here. And we also have forgiveness. Set yourself free. So I feel like this may be kind of like where you've been in your previous job with what you've already been doing. Because I know you said, it's kind of like being in your comfort zone, and you've done a lot in that position, and you've done a lot for the people in that position and everything. And that's a great and a beautiful thing. And, it's like what I told you in that comment that, a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. And if you want to grow, in your career, if you want to grow in your finances, if you want to grow in terms of just like being a human being, being a person, and taking care of your kids and that kind of stuff, it's time. It's time to take action. It's time to accept this new position. It's time to allow it in, and forgive yourself if you feel guilty about moving on. I feel like this is what this is saying. Like, forgive yourself if you're like feeling bad about leaving that comfort zone. Like, it's okay. You don't have to stay there. So forgive yourself if you feel, attached to the past in a sense. Like, it's okay to move on from that. So, you don't need to be hard on yourself for it. So, yeah. And Austin, a sign maybe? Oh, yeah, I mean, I could pull a card for him too and see what's happening there as well. I told my mom about your comment last night, actually. Funny you bring that up. Yeah, like, I think that's true, which is funny because that quote, a comfort zone is a beautiful place, but nothing ever grows there. I actually got that from I got that from On Air with Ryan Seacrest. But hey, if the quote fits, it fits, and it resonated. So I'm like, that's a really good saying. Like, that's really good advice. So, well, thank you. You can tell her thank you for me. Which is so funny because I told my mom about your mask story earlier today just because I thought it was so funny. I was like, oh my gosh, this mask thing is just hilarious. So, oh, yeah, the A's. That's true. That's true. But you know what? Since he did come up, I'll pull one card. I'll pull one card for him just to see what comes through. I know he's not your focus right now or anything, and that's totally fine. And I think that's probably the way it should be right now, just because the career thing is such a huge thing at the forefront of your mind. But we'll just kind of do a quick little check-in, just one little card, see where he's at right now, see if there is anything that you do need to know. Just because I know there are other people with questions too, but we'll squeeze in one little card for him. And we've got, well, He's not doing so good. Isolated. I'm empty without you. So, which doesn't really surprise me because I know you guys are in total separation. You're not talking. You have no way to see him or anything like that right now. But he's not happy about it. That's for sure. I don't think it's going to be like this forever. I feel like right now is the season for you to take care of yourself and take care of your kids and take care of this career thing. But, he probably won't be empty forever or anything like that. It's just, right now it's just not the right season, but eventually the right season will, of course, come. Okay. Let's see what else we got going on. Let's see who's next. Okay. Oh, yeah, and you worked from home yesterday because of a migraine. Man, the head stuff is so annoying. Like all day today, I was like, I just want my head to feel better. Oh, man. Okay, let's see what else we have going on. KB didn't thaw your shrimp before you left for the gym. Oh, yeah, well, that would be a problem if the shrimp isn't thawed yet. Oh my gosh. Okay, MJ, can I get some messages from my DM, please? Yes, you can, MJ. I love MJ's support. You always come out to support me. Like you're awesome, girl. Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna go with the other love deck. We're gonna switch from one journey of love to the other journey of love. Let's see what comes through for MJ and her DM. So do another little energy check here for MJ. I always appreciate your support and coming out. You are so lovely. So I definitely appreciate it. All right. And I hope that my feed doesn't freeze up tonight, you guys. I know last week it did. I don't know why it did, but hopefully it doesn't do that again. So that was kind of annoying. But here I definitely seem to get the most people that come out. It's been a little bit more of a struggle on TikTok and Instagram, but I'm still going to be pressing through and doing lives over on TikTok on Tuesdays and Instagram on Thursdays, 9 p.m. Central, straight across the board on all platforms. So, if you guys want more readings the other days, I'm definitely there for you. But Saturdays are the place to be for here. It's Saturday Night Live. Okay, no, wrong show, but Okay, MJ, let's see what's happening with your DM. We've got soulmate. We've done this before. We will do it again. So this is definitely proof that you guys have a solid connection. It is a strong spiritual connection, and that you guys have definitely had previous lifetimes before. You've been here. You've done this. I don't know why we would ever sign up to do this again, but apparently we do. So, yeah, it's definitely proof of that. And we have pedestal. I admire everything about you. So he definitely has you on a pedestal. Like, it's great that he sees you as, a beautiful, wonderful person and everything. But the only problem with the whole pedestal thing is usually they put us way up here and they see themselves as down here. And then because they see themselves down here, they don't ever, like, my cards are going to fall down. They don't ever feel like they can come up here and meet us and, be with us, basically. But what they don't realize is no one is like this. And that in truth, everyone is really like this. But, they're a little askewed in the way they see things and the way they view things. And that's probably why, he has that third party situation right now. He probably doesn't put her on a pedestal. He probably doesn't see her as someone of worth and of value as he does you. And we have karmic. This taught us our lessons equals blessings, which is funny because I literally just mentioned the third party. So, I mean, just as well as I do, there's this karmic situation involved and it sucks. and it hurts and it's painful right now, but it is a lesson. It's a crappy lesson, I'll give you that, but it is a lesson. It is going to make you both stronger and better on the other side of the situation, but he's definitely dealing with some karmic lessons right now. But you make his temperature rise. He feels fiery for you. You know, he feels that passion, he feels that desire, he feels that physical connection for you. So, you know, it's not just spiritual, it's not just, you know, your souls and everything, although that is, you know, the most important part, of course, but, you know, there is that physical link that's there too. And we have beauty. Everything about you is perfect to me. So once again, I'm definitely getting those pedestal kind of vibes. You know, he sees you as perfect. And while some people may think that's a compliment, at the same time, it's kind of a dangerous thing to say that about somebody where you're just like, oh, I see you as perfect, because it's almost like it places these unrealistic expectations that shouldn't be there, because nobody's perfect. You know, we're all flawed. You know, we all make mistakes. We all do stupid things. And, you know, you do stupid things. He does stupid things. Clearly, he's doing a stupid thing right now. But yeah, like it's almost like he needs like a healthy dose of reality to know that you're not perfect, that he shouldn't put you on a pedestal. I don't even know how to describe that. Like, it's like he needs to see you without your makeup or something. I don't know, just to make him realize like, oh, hey, she is normal. Like, she doesn't, you know, wear a tiara to bed or something like that. So, yeah, but I feel like that's definitely a huge part of why he doesn't come your way and why he's probably comfortable in the karmic situation right now. It's because, you know, he doesn't have her on that pedestal. He doesn't see her in that kind of perfection the way that he does you. So hopefully that makes sense. And thank you. You're incredible too, MJ. Like, I love all you guys. You guys are my sisters from another mister. So let's see. Let me scroll back up, see what other questions we have coming in. Jessica, I was like in a foggy zone all day in deep thinking. So I just got out of my car thinking, oh, we're talking about that mask again. Oh my gosh, I know, that was so funny. Oh, craziness. But I'm glad you figured that all out. Um, okay. So Tarot Flicks 1111. Should I open up to my crush about my feelings here in a week, or should I wait or sooner? Much love. Okay, let's see. Let's see what comes through for Tarot Flicks if she should open up to her crush. Mm-mm-mm. Let's go back to the tarot here. Let's go back to the tarot for Tarot Flicks and see what comes through. Should she open up to her crush? And if so, how soon should she do this? Let's see. Tarot Flicks, Tarot Flicks. Should she open up to her crush? Should she open up to her crush? I kind of want cards to just like fly out, but they don't always do that. I'm like, why don't you just fly out? I feel like I'm still getting a hang on this whole shuffling thing. Drives me nuts. Okay, let's see. Tarot Flicks, Tarot Flicks. What do we got for you? We have, whoa. Okay, well, we got the Four of Wands right off the bat. So I feel like whenever you do tell him how you feel, it'll probably go well. He'll probably receive it well. The feelings will probably be mutual, and you guys will have union, basically, togetherness, commitment. But that doesn't necessarily tell us if you should like tell him right now. So let me shuffle a little bit more. I think we just kind of got like the final result there. Like, yeah, it's going to go good. I'm like, well, thank you. It's going to go good. But that doesn't tell us if she should tell him, or if, you know, it could be like you tell him and maybe it won't go good, but it could be he instead comes to you and then it would go good. So I don't know. We got to figure out here. We got to backtrack here from the story. We got the ending, but we got to figure out how we got there. So let's see. Should she tell him how she feels. And we have the Queen of Swords. So the Queen of Swords, she is all about truth. That's for sure. She is about truth. She can sometimes be seen as very icy and very cold because she's been hurt in the past. Um, so maybe it's important that if you do tell him, you know, you tell him with warmth rather than being cold, because it's definitely important to deliver those kinds of messages in more of like a feminine energy, very warm and caring kind of a way, like a nurturing kind of a way. But the Queen of Swords, she's definitely all about truth. I don't know if like personality wise, you're just like kind of the person who's very matter of fact and, maybe almost kind of like a sarcastic kind of truth where you're just like, yeah, I'm just going to be blunt and I'm going to say what I want anyways. Some people just have those kind of personalities naturally. So I don't know if maybe you're like that at all, but the Queen of Swords, she comes in with a truth. She does have a truth to deliver. So this may be an indication of you, that if you do tell him how you feel, um, you need to do it coming from your queen energy. Don't do it as a page, don't do it as a knight, be a queen about it. Like basically be confident with your words, be confident in your truth. So I feel like that is saying, yeah, you can be honest, you can be real and authentic and transparent, and you can tell him how you feel. You can share that truth with him for sure. I think delivery is definitely going to be a big part of it, like making sure that you're delivering that truth to him, um, you know, the right way, try and do it with as much warmth as possible. Let me see if we get anything else here that comes through. Maybe like a when. Like I said, I don't have like any timing cards yet, but we'll see what comes through. I'm trying to think if there's another deck maybe I should pull from for this, for a little bit of timing. Actually, I think I might pull another card from another deck for you on this, just for a little bit of variety and mix it up. But we'll see what we get. Oh, and we've also got the Queen of Wands. So the Queen of Wands, she's very fiery, she's very passionate, she's very charismatic. She's got a personality, basically, like a big personality. Like I feel like the Queen of Swords, she's not as personable because she's not very warm. But the Queen of Wands, she's the exact opposite. She's very warm. She's very fiery. So maybe you need to kind of like find your happy medium somewhere in between these two and be a queen, and you can deliver that truth to him, but deliver it in warmth and having that, I don't want to say like fiery passionate desire, like being like, oh, I want you, but deliver it in like maybe like a fun and flirty kind of a way, I guess you could say. And definitely with some like charisma and like a nurturing kind of energy. So yeah. So I feel like it is okay for you to share with him how you feel. Let me get one more card for you. I'm gonna pull from the Ice Cream Oracle and see if anything comes through from there for you on it. And hopefully that'll help you decide what to do dealing with this dude. But I do feel like it's okay. I mean, you seem to be in queen energy regardless, so that's a good sign, which means you're pretty confident, you know what you want. So like that's okay. And I know a lot of the times people are always like, oh, you need to lean back, you need to let the guy make the move and all this other kind of stuff. And there are definitely times to do that, yes. But that doesn't mean that you can never talk to a guy, that you can never like say hi to them or anything like that. I mean, when I first reconnected with my person, I hit him up on Facebook. It had been 20 years. Like I wasn't going to sit there and be just like, oh, will he ever notice my profile and talk to me? No, I was like, I'm going to talk to him. And I did. And it was fine. And now it's weird, but that happened so many months later. So anyway, let's see what happens here. Let's see what we get. We've got coconut, protection, purification, and boundaries. So I feel like when you do tell him how you feel, make sure that you're guarding your own heart and you're protecting your own heart in the process of doing so, just so regardless of how he takes it, whether he takes it good or whether he takes it bad, you will know that you have spoken your truth and you have shared your heart, but you're not going to be like broken, and you're not going to, your own emotional well-being and your own worth and value isn't going to be determined. It's not going to be swayed on what he says. So I feel like that's basically what this is saying. Like, it's okay to do this. You can tell him how you feel. You can share your heart. There's nothing wrong with that, but go in there with confidence, go in there with truth, express it with warmth, and just, make sure you're guarding and protecting your own heart when you go in there and you do that, most importantly. So, take care of yourself in the process of it, because it can be a scary thing, but it can be a beautiful thing at the same time. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit, Tarot Flicks. So let us know how it goes. I hope he responds and takes it well. That's for sure. Let me scroll back up now. Okay. Marie Liana, should I reach out to my ex and tell him how I feel? We have another one. It's like the same kind of thing. Should I tell him how I feel? Well, if any of these should I tell him how I feel answers resonate for you guys from other questions of should I tell him how I feel, if it resonates for you, take it, but I will definitely keep pulling for this. Should I tell him how I feel? Let's see about Moonology, because the moon is kind of all about revealing secrets, and you want to know if you should tell your ex how you're feeling about him right now. So let's see for Marie Liana. Should she reach out to her ex and tell him how she feels? Let's see. Should she reach out? Let's find out. All right. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. We've got your hard work is paying off, new moon in Capricorn. So I don't know if maybe you've been trying to work things out with him already, but I feel like this is basically saying if you do decide to work things out with him, it will work out, it will pay off, but it may take a little bit of work, that's for sure. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, from Tarot Flicks. Thank you. We're both, but it's fine. Oh, I'm a divine feminine. Well, yeah, I know, like, that can be tricky. Oh, and Maria is a Capricorn. So, okay, there we go. Well, let's see what else we got coming through here. Well, this may resonate for you too, Tarot Flicks. So take it as it resonates, you guys, but be bold and make the first move. So I don't know. There may be something in the air right now. It is the 12/12 portal right now, you guys. So maybe, God is kind of giving you a little wink here saying like, yeah, it's okay. Like step out and find out. And the thing is, like, I don't feel like, this is basically saying like, you guys need to do all the work. You guys need to be the pursuer. You guys need to be the masculine. That's not what I'm feeling like, but I'm feeling like it's okay for you guys to just like put out a little fishing rod, like put out your fishing rod, go ahead and let the hook, dangle there in the water. But, he's the fish. Let him come to that hook, just put it out there and let him come to the hook. Like I myself recently had to go through this, simply like being here and being in town. I had to let my person know that I was here and I'm in town. And, like he wouldn't know that. Like I wouldn't expect him to just like automatically hit me up, even though we are connected on social media. I wouldn't expect him to just like automatically hit me up unless I reached out to him and told him like, hey, I'm in town. If you're available and you want to meet up or whatever, let me know. And I did do that. And it took him a few days to respond, but he did respond. So, that's the thing. Like, it's okay to like put like these little things out there, I guess you could say, but I wouldn't go like overboard, like constantly texting, constantly calling, getting to the point of like the overly attached girlfriend or anything like that. Like, just kind of drop the hook and let the fishy come to you, kind of a thing. So, it's okay to make that first move. Let them kind of pick it up from there. He was cold last time we talked. It was just small talk, 2-sentence messages. How long ago was that? Just out of curiosity. I mean, if it's been a decent amount of time, it may be okay to go ahead and, drop that hook. But let's see what else we got. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. So, yeah, like when you guys do wind up talking, there may be some heated words exchanged. I mean, I don't know if this necessarily means an argument, or it could be passion, or it could be both. You guys could wind up having a huge blowout argument followed by like a huge passionate makeup session or something like that. It could be both, but it could definitely lead to something where emotions are going to be like popping off the hook, basically. About a week or two ago. Okay, well, that wasn't that long ago, actually. So I don't know. I feel like, I mean, the cards say, like, be bold and make the first move. I would say, which is funny because we have be bold, make the first move, but then we have the fiery climax. So if you don't want to have a fiery climax, if you want things to be a little bit more calm, you may want to wait a little bit on being bold to make the first move, because I don't feel like the first move part is wrong. I just feel like you may want to wait a little bit before you make that first move, just because you want more of this paying off, like your hard work and building something stable with him to make things right with him again, rather than just having something fiery happen out of like you guys reconnecting. Like, if you were to do it right now and make that first move and then it turns into something fiery and explosive and stuff. So you may want to wait a little bit on that, but I don't think there's any harm in doing that when the time is right. Let me see what else comes through for you. So yeah, these guys are so confusing. I swear. So confusing. Let's see what else we got. We've got the energy is gaining momentum, waxing moon. So it seems like you guys are definitely having like a buildup right now, which once again is probably leading to this. So I don't know. This fiery climax may wind up happening no matter how long you wait at that point, if something is definitely building. So I would say if you are going to make that move, don't make it like a huge gesture. Like I said, just kind of like drop the hook and let him come to it. And, if you're wanting more than just like 1 or 2 sentences as a response for him, maybe wait a little bit longer before you drop that hook. But yeah, I mean, it's up to you in terms of the timing, but I do think it's okay to reach out to him. He left me for a third party and I can't move on for some reason. The feelings are so strong for some reason. Well, I mean, I could check in on that third party and kind of see where he's at, like how he's feeling dealing with the third party. So yeah, I mean, that definitely sucks. I mean, the first thing that like kind of automatically goes off to me, just like in terms of advice and just intuitively and that kind of thing, is if he's in a third party, like you can't really rescue him out of that no matter how strong your feelings are. And that may be something that he just kind of has to experience and get out of his system. And if he's meant to come back to you, he's going to come back to you. But it's like, no matter how many times you drop that hook basically for him, if he's not going to take it, he's not going to take it. So, in a situation like that, it may be easier to just kind of like let him come to you when he's ready. I mean, The good thing is that he's still at least talking to you in general. Like, I mean, even if it is just one or two sentences, like he obviously hasn't blocked you or anything. There are a lot of other people who have been in much more difficult situations where they've been blocked. He said it didn't happen the way you think it did. And he was going to give me clarity, but I was too scared to hear the truth. So I just dropped it. Oh, well, I think you should take him up on that offer, because if you hear him out on the truth, it may actually give you some kind of peace. Because, that's the thing. That's the thing, too, is like, a lot of the time, if we have confusion, if we're, in a lot of turmoil and stuff, it's because we don't know what the truth is. And a lot of the times, knowing the truth, it will bring peace. Even if it's a hard truth, it'll still bring you peace, because it's just like, okay, if it hurts at first, at least you'll know, and then you can move on. And then maybe the feelings that you're having right now, they may actually lessen and go away. Or, that truth could confirm the opposite to you, and it could confirm, like, oh, like, you know, he really is meant to be with me, but, because of X, Y, and Z, whatever this truth is, it's just not going to be. It's not going to happen right now, but that doesn't mean it can't work out in the future. And then you can have peace being where it's at right now, even though it's not where you'd like it to be right now. And I wasn't ready to see him face to face again. Well, I mean, it's up to you if you want to see him face to face about the truth, but I do think probably like hearing that truth is going to be helpful to you. And that's huge, because do you know how many people there are who get dumped by somebody, and, third party or not, the other person doesn't give them clarity and doesn't offer that to them. And then the other person is just stuck there, not really having closure. And they're like, well, what do I do now? But he's offering that to you. So I would take him up on that. I mean, that's a decent thing for him to do, to offer that truth and that clarity. But let me pull one more card for you. And we have nothing is yet set in stone. So yeah, it seems like this story is not finished. Whatever's going on here is not finished. The fact that you do still want to talk to him, you do still want to make that move. Maybe what needs to happen here is you need to make that move so the momentum can be gained here to hear that truth of what he has to say. The truth of what he has to say may be that fiery climax. And until you do that, nothing's going to be set in stone. You're not going to be able to figure anything out with him. So I would hit him up. And maybe more so, if anything, like if you really want to get him talking, if you really want to have a conversation with him, take him up on that offer. Find out what the truth is, because I do think that's going to wind up helping you more in the long run. Because, in my experience, at least, having peace, that's more important than anything. It's more important than having the person. It's more important than having like all of your dreams come true, because life isn't perfect. It's never going to be perfect. But, if we can have peace through the ups and the downs, then we'll be okay through all of it. So hopefully that helped. It made some sense. But let me scroll up and see what else we have going on. Okay. So Arian Persaud, I would like a general check-in from Spirit. Of course. All right. So for Arian, a general check-in from Spirit. I'm going to go back to these divine dogs because, oh, wait, I put the cards over here. What am I doing? Because I like the doggies, and the doggies are fun. You're welcome, Marie. Just, take it one day at a time. Be kind to yourself, most importantly, through the process. Like, I understand it's not easy. Definitely not easy. Okay, so for Arian, let's see what's going on. What message do we have just in general for Arian? All right. We have got guilt, turn off the alarm. So if you've been feeling bad about anything, now is definitely the time to forgive yourself and let yourself off the hook, basically. And, try to feel better about things. Like I literally just said to Marie, for example, be kind to yourself. So be kind to yourself if you're not. And we have resistance. What we resist persists. So this could be tied to anything here that you may be feeling guilty or bad about. Like if you're continually feeling bad about something that you've done or something that you've been through recently, it could be creating resistance in other areas of your life, in other areas where you may want to do certain things or whatever. So, yeah, so definitely there's some resistance there that needs to be let go of. And one of the best ways to combat resistance is to rest. Take a time out. So just kind of chill out right now. Just relax and take a step back. It's the holiday season. Try not to be too stressed out and just unwind, step back, rest, and relax. That's definitely a good thing. So don't overwork yourself. And we also have boredom, time to sit and stay. And I feel like for a lot of people, it may actually be kind of hard to rest because I feel like we live in this society where it's like we constantly have to be working, we constantly have to be hustling, we constantly have to be going and doing something. So it can be really hard to just sit and stay still. But it's when we sit and stay still, those are actually the moments that we become the closest to God. Those are actually the moments when we hear from God the best. And it may seem kind of boring, I guess, in a sense, from that perspective. Like meditating can be really hard, and meditating can almost seem, boring, basically, but it's something that we do need to do. So I feel like, you basically are at a time right now where you need to rest and take care of yourself here. Sit still and relax. And that'll help you let go of any resistance that you may be holding on to right now. So hopefully that helps and made some sense for you. I'm starting college soon and it's kind of stressing me out. Yeah, I mean, that's understandable. College is definitely, it's like a whole new chapter of life and everything. But it seems like, basically what you need to know is to just, try not to stress out about it too much. Just, find some time to rest. Like the cards say, just relax. And I would say go with the flow. Like try not to overwork yourself going into college, just because there's going to be plenty of work that's going to be thrown on top of you anyways, but try not to get too caught up in the hustle of it, I guess you could say. So take time for breathers in the middle of it all because you don't want to hit a point of burnout. You're welcome. So yeah, just one day at a time. Take it one day at a time. We don't need to rush through. Don't need to rush through college or anything else in life. Okay. So, KB, may I have a general reading? Yes, indeed, KB. Let me pull from the tarot here and see what's going on for you. So, we'll see what's going on for KB. General reading for KB, please. What does KB need to know? Yes, indeed. Oh, yay, we're already an hour in. See, if this was Instagram or TikTok, I'd be done by now. Like Instagram and TikTok, I don't know. I need to get more people over there. Most of my people are here on YouTube, but I appreciate it regardless. Oh, that card was just about to fall out, so we'll take that one. That one as well is about to fall out. And we'll leave it shuffled at that for right now. But we've got the 8 of Cups. Okay, let me actually get my booklet out for this one because I don't remember this one off the top of my head. 8 of Cups, 8 of Cups. Where is my cups? I see pentacles. I see swords. I see wands. Where are my cups? Oh my gosh. Why can I not find these cups? Here we go. Here are my cups. Okay, Eight of Cups. It says, the unicorn is at a turning point in his life and is ready to get his shit together. You've been through many experiences, good and bad, but none of them really satisfied you. Now you seek something deeper, perhaps a spiritual or creative journey. This will help you figure out what things bring more joy into your life. Keywords: seeker, journey, withdrawal. So, it seems like maybe you're kind of like at a fork in the road of some sorts right now, trying to make some decisions in your life. And either way, you're definitely on a journey, that's for sure. So, we're all on a journey. It doesn't have to be necessarily twin flame or whatever, but we're all definitely here on some kind of journey, that's for sure. But you may be hitting some forks in the road, needing to make some decisions which way you want to go next on the journey. And we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles is all about giving and receiving, that kind of thing. Like we have this unicorn here, which is basically being the giver to the other two unicorns. The other two unicorns are bowing down in Thanksgiving, basically. They're very grateful that the other unicorn is giving some food to them because, they don't exactly look like they're very well off. They kind of have like holes in their clothes and stuff like that. So I feel like basically this is saying that this may be a good time to be a good giver and receiver because, this is the holiday season. And, the holiday season is the perfect time, of course, to be giving back to others and to be giving back to people. And it doesn't, have to be the holiday season to give to people, obviously, but, whether it's your time, your money, your resources, whatever it is, it may be a good time to just, give back to people, give back to those that maybe who have been there for you and you've been grateful for. And if somebody comes along and they give you something, whether it's financially, it's money, it's advice, it's support, it's a gift, it's a present, whatever it is. Be a gracious receiver, basically, and graciously accept that. And by doing that, that may actually help you in your route on your journey, in helping you what to do next, how to decide things, that kind of thing. Let's see what else we got. We have the star. The star came out earlier for all of us with the 1212 portal. So I feel like this definitely fits for you right now, that you're probably rising into that star position, that you're probably, just shining and beaming bright like that diamond that you are, and making a positive difference in people's lives who are around you. Yeah, I need to work on my gratitude. Well, stars are very thankful. They are. They're very grateful because they know that they're special, and they know that they sparkle, and they know that they shine. And it's because they are so grateful. That's what makes them so shiny. So, yeah. But you're definitely in that star energy, you're rising, you are definitely probably on the right path here because, the Eight of Cups, like I said, it's about that journey, basically. It's about seeking. And yeah, so I feel like you are definitely, it's like you're the star of your own movie. Because when I think also of like the journey, it's like we're all living our own movie, our own TV show, or, the stars of our own book, whatever it is that you want to say. But, we're the stars of our own life, basically. So, continue being that star in your own life and rising up and being grateful. And we do have the Two of Cups, which also came through earlier. I think those cards are just kind of hanging out around each other right now because of the portal. But if you're getting cards that came out for the general portal reading for everybody, it's definitely coming out for you for a reason too. So it's definitely something that you need to know. So, I don't know if you have like a particular person in mind, but this definitely could be in reference to that person, where you guys definitely could have like this love that you guys share with one another, whether you're currently together or not. Great. I decided to start my weight loss journey again. Lost 80 pounds a couple of years ago, gained most of it back. Wow. Oh, yeah, the quarantine 15. But you know what? Quarantine is also a great opportunity to shed the weight again and lose the weight again. I know that I don't know if there are a lot of gyms that are closed around here. I know a lot of things shut down in LA. I don't know what's going on over there. Like I left and everything just started falling apart basically. Like they were saying stay at home, you can't go anywhere, but the malls are still open. I don't know what's going on over there. I'm like, okay, we'll see if they even let me back in January. But but yeah, there's still ways to like work out at home. I don't know if you guys have seen like those ads for the mirror. If I could afford it, I would totally get myself one of those, the mirror things, and then you can join like classes online and you can like do like cardio and kickboxing and dancing and all this stuff through the mirror. Like, oh my gosh, I just think it's the coolest thing. It's like an at-home gym kind of thing. Gym is open but limited hours. Yeah. Well, there's got to be other ways to work out besides the gym. This is the time to get creative with quarantine. But yeah, and if anything, going back to this 2 of Cups, I feel like it could also be in reference even to just like self-love in a sense, especially, we're talking about, you losing weight and then gaining it all back. It almost could be like you kind of looking at yourself, because if you look at these 2 unicorns, they look very similar. It's almost like they're looking in a mirror. So it could be like you looking in the mirror at yourself, with self-love, basically needing to realize that it's like whether you gain 80 pounds or you lose 80 pounds, whether you shrink to the size of something that can be put in someone's pocket, or you balloon up to the size of something that is like, a Macy's Thanksgiving Day balloon or whatever. It doesn't matter. Like you should love yourself at every stage that you're in, no matter how big or how small you are, which is tricky. It's hard. I totally get it. So yeah, that's what's coming through for you right now, KB. Hi, Robin. Welcome to the group. It's okay if you're late. We're still here. I'm still doing questions. I just finished up KB's. I'm going to scroll up and see who's next. But feel free to drop your question down, Robin. So glad you came in. All right, scrolling back up here. Okay. We have the conversation here with Jessica and her stuff. Trishalistic, can you give me some kind of timeline when my dude comes my way? When your dude comes your way. I cannot wait for these divine time oracle cards to show up, you guys, because they are not here yet. So I literally have nothing in terms of timing, but I will do my best to give you a timing thing from what I do have. KB, yes, I gained all the weight back because I didn't practice self-love and let a guy dumping me affect my worth. Yeah, don't do that. Don't eat your feelings over a guy. That's for sure. I mean, I get it. It's tempting, that's for sure. But you know what? Like if anything, like this is probably not like the best advice, but like the first thing that just popped in my head is like that TV show that Khloe Kardashian does, Revenge Body. If anything, get like a banging body back, like even if you don't want him back, like even if you don't want to be with him again, just get that body just to be just like, this is what you missed out on, dude. So yeah, like do it for you. So okay. Anyways, Trishalistic, let me get to her question with her timing when her dude will come back. Let me go with the Moonology, because sometimes Moonology does stuff with time. Not all the time, but sometimes it does. So once I get that Divine Time Oracle card, though, I'll do like a timing related pick a pile reading for you guys. To see like, when are they coming back, or when are my dreams going to come true, or, something like that. Just like a when God, when God, when, why God, why. If you only knew how many times I've prayed those prayers. Not pretty. Okay. Trishalistic. When is her dude coming back? When is her dude coming back? Let's see what we got here for Trishalistic. All right. We have got what do you need to release? Waning moon. So it's kind of funny. Your question is being answered with a question. So I feel like, basically God is kind of asking you, okay, if you want him to come back, that's fine. But there may be something that you need to let go of first when it comes to the situation with him in order for him to come back. And it's really funny because because your question was about the timeline. Maybe the timeline is what you need to let go of. Maybe the timeline as to when he comes back. Maybe that's exactly what you need to release in order for him to come back. Yeah, the answer will come. Well, I think it's funny that your answer is being answered with a question. Take time to breathe it out. Disseminating moon. So we also have that. So I feel like I feel like he can definitely come back, but it may take a little bit of time. And I feel like it's not necessarily because of him that's going to take time, but it's more so because of yourself, because we have this what do you need to release thing. So if you have certain expectations, if you have certain timeline expectations, because I'm about to burp all of a sudden out of nowhere. That's totally random. Jennifer, oh my gosh, I can't even finish a reading without her making me laugh. My virginity is growing back. Oh my gosh, girl, you and me both. It's been over a year and it's driving me nuts. And now I'm right here. And okay, that's a different story. Anyway, but take time to breathe it out. And what do you need to release? It definitely could be the timing here that you need to let go of. Any other expectation, of course, too. That was it. Same advice my mom gave me. Well, your mom is a wise woman. You don't need a card for that. That's for sure. But and that's the thing too. It's like the moment we're not thinking about it, the moment we're not stressing about it, that's when they creep back in and that's when they say something. I mean, I can't tell you how many times that's happened for myself where it's like I'm not thinking about it or anything. It's like I'll be focused on doing this stuff or something. I'll be focused on doing a reading or whatever. And that's when my phone goes off or whatever. So just don't focus on it. We also have here's a little bit of the timeline for you. You're very close to achieving your goal, the gibbous moon. So I feel like once you release whatever it is you need to release, and if that's timing, then let go of that. But once you let go of that, you're going to be very close to achieving that goal. So I think that it'll happen once you release whatever it is you need to release. And remember, that may not just be the timing stuff. The timing stuff may be a part of that, but I would really spend some time in prayer and just reflect on it and double check yourself, check yourself before you wreck yourself kind of a thing. And just make sure there's nothing else that you're holding on to in terms of some kind of expectation. It has to be a certain way. It has to look a certain way. It has to happen at a certain time, any of those kinds of things. So just, go with the flow, live your life, enjoy your life, take time to breathe it out here. And before you know it, your goal will manifest itself into happening. So don't focus on the time. That's for sure. All right. Scrolling back up now. Let's see who is next. Okay, we got in Marie Liana's question and Arian and KB. There's Robin showing up. You don't know why you put that symbol. Maybe because you're a divine feminine and you were just like, hey, divine feminines, here we are. Maybe that's what it was. I don't know. That's all good though. We all have our moments. Okay, let me keep scrolling here. Okay, Octurian Love. Hey, I would like to know if my ex still thinks about me. Okay, let's find out. Let's see if your ex is still thinking about you. Um, all right. Let's get out some Crystal Unicorn Tarot. Is Octorian Love's ex still thinking about her? Are they still thinking about her? Let's find out. All right. And you're welcome, Trishalistic. Like I said, just take your time. And hi, Jessica J. We got 2 Jessicas in the house now. Or Jess J. But it's all good. Oh gosh, Jennifer, you crack me up with that virginity thing. My virginity is growing back. Those are things that should not be growing. That's like a weed that needs to be plucked out. Oh my gosh. And there are only certain ones who can pluck it. All right. So for Octorian Love, here's what we got for your ex. We have judgment coming through. So I feel like this means that they are definitely thinking about you. I feel like if anything, they're trying to figure out like exactly how they feel. Like they're trying to pass judgment exactly to try and understand how they do feel about you. It's almost like, like whenever I think of judgment too, I also think of, like the horn being blown here, like a final judgment call. So I feel like your ex may be trying to decide on that final judgment call on how they really feel. Like maybe they've felt very confused and very conflicted about how they've felt about you in the past, and they're ready to not feel that way anymore. And they just want to have like this final judgment call on how they truly feel. And we have the 3 of Wands. So I feel like the 3 of Wands is actually kind of you right now, because the 3 of Wands is all about, waiting for our ships to come in, waiting for something to happen. So, you may be feeling this way when it comes to your person, when it comes to your ex, and you're just like, I want this person to return to my life. I want to know if they're thinking about me, kind of a thing. So it's like you're waiting to find out how they're thinking, how they're feeling, if they're going to come back. And, like I said, I do believe a final judgment call is going to be made when it comes to the situation here, and justice as well. So if there's been any inequalities in your relationship, if there's been any areas that have been off balance, all those areas are going to wind up balancing themselves out completely, and you're going to have justice when it comes to your relationship with this person. So it's like I almost kind of feel like judgment and justice, they really kind of go hand in hand, because like think about it, even in like a courtroom or whatever, you have to pass judgment in a courtroom, whether someone is like innocent or guilty or whatever the case may be, before justice can ultimately be served. So I feel like it's almost like if your relationship with this person was like a courtroom drama, expect there to be judgment where a final decision is definitely going to be made, and you're going to get justice. So I feel like this person probably is thinking about you because those things are going on. And we have the 10 of Wands. So there could be a lot of burdens that are being held right now between the both of you in this situation as of the moment. There's a lot of just like emotional struggle. There's a lot of emotional baggage just being carried around. And a lot of this is probably what needs to have judgment passed on it, that needs to be let go of. And I feel like once these burdens are let go of, you guys can have your justice. And we have the 4 of Pentacles. So I feel like your person may actually feel kind of guarded right now, which is why this judgment and this justice hasn't necessarily come just yet. Because, when you're feeling really guarded and really protective and that kind of thing, you're not very vulnerable, you're not very authentic, you're not very forthcoming on things. So even if you are on their mind, which I do believe that you are, um, it's going to take some time because they're a little guarded right now, and yeah, they're feeling a little clingy and a little needy to their own devices, to their own emotions right now, where they don't really want to let anybody in. They've got some walls built up here. So it's going to take some time. And I think, like the 10 of Wands, these burdens that they're carrying right now, it goes hand in hand here with why they are feeling very guarded as of the moment. When you're carrying around a lot of burdens, you're feeling pretty guarded. This is not someone who's going to be coming forward to you anytime soon, but eventually, like I said, there's going to be judgment, there's going to be justice in this situation. And I feel like you being here waiting for your ships to come in this situation, um, you're eventually going to see your ships come in, but I do feel like it's going to take a while if there's going to be a reunion with this person. But I do think that you're on their mind, but they definitely have a lot of baggage that they're dealing with right now, and they feel pretty guarded as of the moment. So hopefully that helps and makes sense. Okay, let's see what else we got going on here. All right, Robin, anything on my DM towards me within the next couple of weeks? All right, within the next couple of weeks. What shall I go with for cards for this? I kind of want to get like a drink of my shake, but it's like all the way over there right now, and I don't want to like get up and have to go grab it. But I will pull cards for this first before I think about that shake, because it's like sitting over there just taunting me like, come and drink me. Okay. Okay. We'll go with some Journey of Love 2 here for Robin. All right. For Robin's DM, what is going on with him within the next couple of weeks for the two of them? So I would say like now through Christmas, basically, because Christmas is in like 2 weeks. So between now and Christmas, what does Robin need to know with her DM? What's going on with them? Oh, we just had a whole bunch just fall out underneath my chair. Hold on, I'm going to retrieve that. It's going to take a minute here. Oh my goodness, that's way too many to take. I thought it was like 1 or 2. It was like the whole deck. Okay, we got a couple more. All right, well, this one I just pulled up immediately, so I'm going to take this one. It was the very last one that fell, and says, consistency. I promise to make it all up to you. So I know consistent is the last thing that he's been. So there is a promise here, though, that he is going to make it all up to you. Be crazy if he did that by Christmas time. But yeah, there is this promise here that he's going to make it up to you. Consistency, which is so funny. And I know you've been getting like a lot of syncs too. And it's crazy because at least to me, this is why, at least for me personally, I never place a lot of stock in syncs, because I feel like I'm about to say instincts, but anyways, like I don't place a lot of stock in syncs just because it's just like I see them and then it's like nothing happens. And I'm like, okay, so your point, like, why did you let me know all that stuff when nothing's happening? So at least for me personally, that's why I'm just like, okay, whatever. Thank you. Next. When it comes to synchronicity. But yeah, but consistency is coming through. So I don't know. He may do something that may surprise you. And, and I hear that all the time, just in general, is it's just like things may go like a certain way, like it's going horrible for the longest amount of time. And then it's just like suddenly out of nowhere, it all just turns around overnight. And I feel like that's honestly what it is when it comes to most of these situations, is it's not like, you hear from that person and then it's like you just take things very slowly and go along. Like, I feel like it kind of just turns around like magically overnight a lot of the time, which is crazy. But let's see what else comes through within the next couple of weeks. We've got, okay, fertile. I want you to be the parent of my child. So I know you're a few years older than me, which is why I'm just like, okay. But hey, if there's a little miracle waiting for you guys, there's a little miracle waiting for you guys, and that's that. I mean, it could imply a physical human baby. Obviously, it doesn't necessarily have to, though. It could simply mean that he wants like a fertile new beginning with you, period. But it could be that you may wind up with a surprise. And I know you told me like a while ago about that dream or something where there was like your son and like the little kid or something like that. I know you told me about this a while ago, but this could be confirming that. So I don't know about the next 2 weeks necessarily. It could be the next 2 weeks. Who the heck knows? But I feel like it's definitely confirming that. So get ready for them babies, I guess, which is funny. You too, Jennifer, because you're the one who's all about the 3. So obviously your virginity won't be growing back forever. Jen slapping her knee, laughing. I knew you were going to chime in there about something. Yes, those twins. That's hilarious. Oh my gosh. Once again, you can't make this shit up, you guys. Like, it's not my fault that these cards came out. They're just what's coming out. We also have, I'm ready to leave and bring you balance, justice. So I know things have been super imbalanced with you guys for a crazy long amount of time. So I don't think it's going to be like that forever. Justice is definitely coming. It's probably coming also in the form of babies. So yeah, it's coming. Don't underestimate the power of, I'm not going to say his name, but we both know his name's sperm. Don't underestimate that sperm, basically. But yeah. And we got, yes, I am still taking questions. So drop down any questions you have. I will get to you very soon. Humor. I love how you always make me laugh. So I don't know if when you guys were together originally, you guys like had a lot of inside jokes or you guys, laughed and had a lot of fun together, just in terms of your sense of humor and joking and stuff. But I think that's something he definitely still appreciates about you. And we have homecoming. I promise I'll be back soon. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling those vibes. So that's a lot of loaded stuff there, Robin. But you asked, I answered. What can I say? So anyways, yeah, start shopping for baby stuff. That's all I can say. I'm jealous. I wish I could do that, but I don't think that's going to be happening for me at all. So that's a different story. Anyway, let's see. Let's see who's next. Yes, Jess J. Hello. Charlie Puth fan. I would like to know if Corey will propose to me at a YouTube convention next September. Wow. Okay. That's a very specific way to propose. That's for sure. All right, Charlie Puth fan. Charlie Puth does make good music. That is for sure. Will Corey propose to you at the YouTube convention next September? My question is there a YouTube convention even happening next September? I don't know what's going on with anything because of the pandemic. It's like, are there going to be conventions of any kind? I don't know. But let's find out. Will Corey propose to Charlie Puth fan at the YouTube convention next September. So let's find out. Hopefully there will be a YouTube convention. This crazy pandemic. Yes, September 3rd through 5th. All right. Well, as long as it's still scheduled to happen. I know that they just got the vaccines approved and everything, so hopefully things will be happening by September. I don't know if I'll recognize him with a mask on. I know, yeah, we still may be wearing masks by then, because I know they're saying like still wear a mask even if you get the vaccine and stuff. So we may still be wearing masks at that time, but hopefully things will be getting more normal by then. We'll find out. But let's see if Corey will propose at the YouTube convention. What YouTube convention is this anyway? Like, gosh, there's so many of them. I feel like there used to be like playlist and stuff. I don't know. There used to be like a whole bunch of them. Like I used to watch all these like old school YouTubers back in the day. Oh yeah, playlist. That's what I was thinking then. Yeah, playlist. That's like the big one. So yeah. Like I remember back in the day I used to watch like Justine and Michael Buckley and Sup Ricky. Now he's like Sup Daily. I used to like watch all those people. And Sup Daily, he's actually like from my area. he's like my twin's twin. But that's a different story. Anyway, okay, let's see what comes through here for Corey. We have Justice. We have Justice coming through again. I know we had Justice come out not that long ago. Michael Buckley, he's so hilarious. Like he must be hilarious to meet in person. Anyway, we have Justice coming through. So I feel like whatever is going to happen with you guys at playlist, it's definitely going to be Justice. So that could mean that he's going to propose, because that's like a huge step in commitment. And it's like a huge part of like having justice in your relationship. So that's definitely possible. Let's see what else comes through. Just going to keep shuffling a little bit here. So there's definitely going to be, we got another one coming through that just popped out. Take one more. Which is funny because some of these are like similar cards that came out for other people. But that's why I'm like, I want to make sure we're nice and shuffled here. So we get as much of unique cards as possible for you. Okay, so this one that popped out is the 3 of Wands. So I feel like this may be where you're at right now because, it's December right now. September isn't for like a long time yet. So you're basically waiting for your ships to come in when it comes to Corey. You're waiting for your justice to come in basically with him. You're waiting for this proposal to happen. So I feel like this is where you're at right now. You're just in this season of waiting when it comes to him. And we have, this is funny. We have the 10 of Swords in reverse. And, usually like right side up, that's not a very good sign. That's usually like death, something being finished, that kind of thing. But considering it came out upside down, I feel like it's the opposite, where it's basically life, where the other way it's death. We have life here. So I feel like that's, something that's new, something that's a new beginning. Obviously, if someone's proposing to you, if you're taking your relationship to the next level of commitment, that's definitely something new, basically. It's a new beginning. So I feel like that definitely could imply that he will be proposing. So it's very positive it came through upside down. I'd be worried if it came out right side up. So Corey lives in Canada. Okay. I'm assuming you don't live in Canada. Like, are you guys long distance right now? Is that what's going on? So that could definitely be an issue if you guys are long distance. All right. Yes, long distance. Long distance sucks. I get it. Definitely not a good thing. All right. We've got The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles, he's usually pretty slow. He does not come in very swiftly and quickly like some of the other knights do, but he is still an action card. He is someone who comes along with movement. And the other thing about the Knight of Pentacles, he's really probably one of the best knights to get because he comes along with a physical offer. And as you can tell, he's got this pentacle here. That's definitely a physical offer. So, to me, that's like an engagement ring, basically. It's like coming forth with an engagement ring. But it's definitely going to be a slow process getting there, which makes sense because it is December right now, and that's not until September, obviously. And the other good thing about the Knight of Pentacles is it's slow and steady, but it wins the race. So the Knight of Pentacles always crosses that finish line. He always gets there. He always gets the job done. So I feel like, Corey is going to come along. He is going to bring that proposal. He is going to bring along a ring, basically, that physical offer. It's going to be slow, which makes sense because, like I said, we're talking about something that's not going to happen until September. So you guys have a lot of time between right now and September, but it can definitely happen, and it looks pretty likely that it will, with having a new beginning, the exact opposite of death here. You're kind of just in a season of waiting right now, but you're going to have justice, which will probably be that proposal. So I would say as of right now, yeah, it looks pretty positive. So he will most likely propose. I would just say, take your time with him for the time being right now, and just, continue to enjoy your time together that you can, at least long distance, which is funny because, with everyone being in the pandemic right now, it's like we all kind of have to operate like we're in long distance relationships in a certain degree. So, try not to worry about that. But take it one day at a time and just enjoy where you guys are at right now until you get to September. So you're very welcome. All right. Let me scroll back up here and see who is next. Oh, yes. Those crazy sinks. Okay. Jess J, may I ask, how does Merrick view me? Please and thank you. All right. Jess J and Merrick. Let's see how he views you. Let's see. My hair is feeling kind of weird to just adjust that a little bit. I feel like it's getting all frizzy and stuff. Like the environment here is different than it is in LA. So my hair is like, I'm going to go back to the tarot on this one and see about Merrick. How does he feel about Jess J? There's a part of me that wants to call you like Jessie J, like the singer. But let's see. Let's see what we got here for Jess J. Jess J and Merrick. Let's see what's going on. All right. You guys doing okay there, hanging in? Oh, thank you. Technically it's my mom's Christmas tree because I'm at my mom's house right now, but this is the Christmas tree that is in my bedroom I'm staying in right now. So yes, indeed. My Christmas tree is back at home in LA, and I do have a full-blown like Christmas tour of what I did this year for decorations. It's on one of my other videos. It's not a live or anything, obviously, but there is a Christmas tour and reading video somewhere in there in my videos if you guys are interested in it to see how I decorated this year. I would do it for my mom's place too, but she doesn't go as like hardcore on the Christmas decorations as I do, despite that I do have a Christmas tree in the bedroom, but that's mainly because of me. It's like I can't sleep without a Christmas tree because I'm basically Cindy Lou Who, gotta have Christmas everything. Okay, Merrick and Jess J. Let's see what we got. How does he view her? We have the Eight of Pentacles. So the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. So maybe he sees you as someone who is very hardworking. I feel like he sees you as someone who's very down to earth. Because that's basically what the Eight of Pentacles is. It's a very earthy energy. It's a very grounded energy. It's yeah, just somebody who is very hardworking and very dedicated. So he definitely views you that way. He doesn't see you as someone who's flaky or anything like that. So I feel like he sees you as someone who is very reliable, very stable. And we also have the Chariot. So I feel like he also sees you as someone who, you're like an overcomer, is kind of the way I see it, because the Chariot is all about, it's an action card, but at the same time, it's about overcoming your adversaries. It's about overcoming um, struggles and those kinds of things. So I feel like he sees you as someone who is an overcomer, someone who can beat down the competition and stuff like that. And who knows, maybe that could be involved in work here. But yeah, he definitely sees you as somebody who will take initiative and somebody who will take action and move forward and just like destroy the competition, I guess you could say. And he may see you as someone who's a little stubborn. Um, I don't know if maybe you're like a Taurus or something, because I'm thinking with like the grounded energy and then this card being kind of stubborn, I just automatically think Taurus. Or maybe you have Taurus somewhere in your chart. But that's like the first thing that came to my mind. But the Four of Cups is all about like someone being a little bit stubborn, pretty much, because as you can see with this unicorn, they're being offered like this one cup up here, but they're focused on these three cups down here, and they're ignoring that fourth cup. And that fourth cup is really probably the one that they should be going for, the one that they should be that they should accept, basically, but they won't accept it. And it's not that they don't want it, it's just they're being stubborn about it. Like they know that they want it, but they're just stubborn is what it comes down to. So he may see you as um a little headstrong, a little stubborn. But I mean, that's not like a bad thing necessarily. And like the stubborn thing could be kind of like how you're able to overcome your challenges and overcome your struggles. Because if you're not someone who's a little stubborn, and if you're not someone who's a little, headstrong and that kind of thing, you're probably just going to be a pushover anyway. And we have the Sun. So I feel like he sees you as someone who radiates light and radiates joy and happiness and good things towards other people. You kind of sparkle and have like this like sunshiny kind of disposition at times to him. So definitely like a lot of positive energy is coming through. So that's for sure. He definitely sees you in a positive light. Let me just shuffle the cards a little bit more and see what else we get. But he definitely views you in a positive way. That's for sure. So good things. Good things there. All right. We've also got the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups is, usually about like a new beginning in love. So he may view you that way too, that he may see you as someone that he could see like a new beginning in love with, that he could start something with. I don't know if you guys have like a past or a history together or anything like that, but whether you do or whether you don't, it seems like he definitely views you in a way where he's just like, yeah, I could see myself pursuing a relationship with her. I could, see myself flirting with her and taking her on a date and doing this and doing that. So he definitely sees potential with you. That's for sure. And we have the High Priestess. So I feel like he views you as the High Priestess as well, which is a good thing, because, the High Priestess, she does like, she has like this higher level, higher value kind of energy about her, like the queens and like the empress and that kind of thing. But the difference between her and like all the different queens is she is very secretive. She doesn't just like lay all her cards out on the table, and she's not just like, this is me and this is everything you know about me. She's not the kind of person who gets on social media and tweets like, I had a tuna sandwich for lunch today, and then I had spaghetti for dinner. She doesn't do that. She doesn't share everything that's going on with her every single minute of the day. So, she keeps some things a secret, but the good thing about that is that makes her more intriguing. It makes her more interesting. It makes her more fascinating. Um, to whoever is interested in her, really. And the other cool thing about her is she's highly intuitive. So while everybody else may be wondering what's going on with her, she knows everything that's going on with everybody else. So chances are you're probably someone who's pretty intuitive yourself, and you probably in a sense know what's going on with him even better than you realize. You probably can even pick up and realize yourself, like, oh yeah, I feel like he probably feels this way about me, and you would probably be right in whatever it is that you're suspecting. So your own intuition is probably pretty good. But yeah, he definitely sees you in like a high value type of way, that's for sure. So I feel like he definitely views you as somebody that he would respect. So yeah, hopefully that resonates and makes sense on how he views you. So definitely a positive thing, that's for sure. Positive vibes there. All right, let me scroll back up here. Okay, so Ida E, who's coming towards me in love? Who is coming towards Ida E in love? All right. What cards shall we go for with that? What cards have I not used yet tonight? I'm just like trying to see. What have I not used? All right. We're going to go with the Amira's Love Oracle on this one, just because I want to mix it up and pull out some different cards rather than use the same ones over and over again. All right. So Ida E, who is coming towards you in love? All right. So who's coming towards Ida E in love? Let's see what we get. Sometimes we get some good like character profiles, I guess you could say, on who the person could be in this Oracle deck, which is why I chose it. But we'll see what comes through. We'll see who's coming through for you in terms of love. Let's see. Let's see here. Ida E. Ida E. Who is coming for her in love? Who is coming for her in love? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. All right. We have got, interesting. We have travel. So whoever may be coming your way may actually be at a distance from you. So you may wind up finding yourself in like a long distance situation, or maybe you'll be like on vacation somewhere, or you'll be traveling somewhere and you'll wind up meeting someone that way. It could be somebody maybe that you meet online, and maybe they don't necessarily live close to you, which could be another reason why it could be like a long distance thing. But it seems like there definitely could be some travel, some kind of long distance type of situation involved in the situation. And we have short term. So whoever's coming your way next, it may not be for the long haul. They may not necessarily have the intentions to stick around for a long time, especially if it is like, like maybe you meet somebody on vacation somewhere. It could wind up being like this fling kind of a thing or something like that. So yeah, and if it is someone that you meet online, unfortunately there are a lot of catfish out there. I'm not saying that they're going to catfish you, but it could potentially turn into that kind of situation. I myself am like an avid watcher of that TV show Catfish, so I don't trust anything that happens online with that kind of stuff, especially if you can't like get on the screen and look at each other on FaceTime or anything like that. But it could be short term, so you may want to be careful if that's what's coming in next. And we got karma as well. So I would say just be very, very careful. I wish I had better news to deliver here, but this is kind of what's coming through. And usually, if it's something that's, short term like that, and if there is some heartache that's involved, it could be because there are some lessons that need to be learned and places that you need to grow in terms of karma. So, yeah, let me shuffle the cards a little bit more and see if we get anything positive coming out of the situation. I feel bad because I'm like, that doesn't look very good. Um, but sometimes, oh my gosh, like all the cards just fell down again, driving me nuts. I mean, I could check a couple of tarot cards for you, um, just to see if it backs it up at all. But let me just try picking one more from here, just because I wanted to mix it up and try something different in terms of the cards. But sometimes we do have to kiss a couple of frogs before we actually find a prince. And I don't know, there may be a frog that's on its way for you. Just a heads up. But let me see. We got destiny. So I feel like no matter what happens, this is a part of your life path, basically. It's something that is meant to happen, whether it turns out to be a karmic situation or not. It's something that you probably need to face. It's something probably that you need to deal with, because if it is just a lesson, like I said, it could be just a prince that you may need to kiss, or a frog that you need to kiss in order for a prince to come in. But let me get a couple tarot cards here, just to find out. Yeah, like I said, sometimes we have to kiss multiple frogs. I mean, I get it. Like, I definitely don't doubt that you've already kissed several of them before. We all have. But, it's not really up to us to say when we're done with that necessarily, or, the timing of when the prince is going to show up, basically. But let's see. Let's see what the tarot has to say on this. See if it has anything to say for Ida on the love situation, what she needs to know, who's coming in love wise. Let's see what we got. Oh, girl. Oh man, this is not fun. This is like painful for me to even read right now. 5 of Cups. So, the 5 of Cups is all about, these missed opportunities, these unfortunate situations that have happened, already, with the cups that have fallen over, with the 3 cups that have fallen over. And, the unicorn is clearly focused on those 3 cups, on, what has transpired that has been bad. I guess you could say, the 3 cups are the frogs, basically. So this unicorn is kind of focused on the frogs, but it doesn't look behind it and see the fact that there are 2 cups sitting here that are completely full and completely available to it. So, I feel like if you do wind up having like a not so great frog situation come in, just to remember, no matter how many frogs you kiss and no matter how many cups get spilt over, there are always going to be new opportunities and a prince available at some point out there. I can't necessarily tell you exactly when and where he's going to show up, but he's still there. That you shouldn't give up on hope, that you shouldn't give up on faith with that. But considering what already came out with those other cards, and now we're getting the 5 of Cups, like I said, it's possible there could be some more lessons that need to be learned from. And we have the 8 of Swords, which isn't so hot either. Oh man, 8 of Swords, it's all about kind of like mental imprisonment. Because, this unicorn could easily get out of its little mental prison it has itself in. It could just like step right out of those bandages that are wrapped around its feet, and it could, walk through those swords and basically walk into its happily ever after and into its new life. But it's choosing not to, and it's choosing to keep that blindfold on, and it's choosing to basically stay imprisoned where it's at. So I feel like, if anything, maybe if frogs do keep coming in for you, it could be because there's something that you have kind of mentally blocked within yourself in, where it's almost like you're subconsciously putting it out there that these frogs are going to keep popping up, and therefore they do wind up popping up all the time. So you may kind of need to break out of some mental strongholds that may be holding you back if you want to attract in something that's like healthy and good for you and long term, and actually attracting in that prince. um, which unfortunately there could be more lessons ahead for you with frogs in order to break out of this mental cycle. So I feel like if anything, maybe don't focus so much on, like new love, because, like who wants to attract in a new frog? Like no one wants that. I would say if anything, maybe kind of transform more of like your mental thoughts around love, and that could bring in like an actual prince. I know, it's hard. I mean, relationships are hard in general. But, yeah, I feel you. I do. It's not easy. Um, but yeah, I would say definitely try and figure out whatever it is that's kind of, like, holding you back mentally, though. Yeah, it is. The best thing you can do though when you get disappointed is to get reappointed. I hear that all the time. Whenever you get disappointed, get reappointed. And the best way to get reappointed is to figure out what it is that's blocking you mentally, and just take care of you. Take care of you first and foremost. Don't like kind of stress and worry about when is new love coming? When is new love coming? When is new love coming? Because it'll come when you least expect it, and it'll come when you're not thinking about it, when you're not trying for it. And I know that that's like very cliche of me to say, but unfortunately it's true. These are things I even have to remind myself of, and that I have to tell myself a lot of the times too when it comes to certain things. So yeah, just keep taking those steps back and work on just taking care of yourself for sure, and you will be okay. I just don't want to see you fall down the frog trap again, because I was like, these are like very froggy cards, and I don't want you to have a frog. Like I want a prince to come in for you. So um yeah. But anyway, let me scroll up and get the next question that has come in. See who's next here. All right, we got Charlie Puth, and where am I? We got Jess J. We got Ida E. Okay, user 1111. Hey Heather, thank you for the free reading. Much love. What is going on with my DM? Is the karmic third parties over? Okay, so user 1111. Let's see what's going on. You're welcome, Ida E. Hang in there. Hang in there. I know it's rough. I get it. It's rough, but we can get through this, that's for sure. Okay. Okay, user 1111. So let me see. The karmic and the DM and what's going on. Well, we're still in tarot land, so let's just go with that. Okay. What is going on with user 1111's DM? Is the karmic third party over? Okay. Let's see. Is the karmic third party over? What's happening with user 1111's DM? What do we need to know at this time? What do we need to know for user 1111, her DM, and the third party? Just out of curiosity, are you like in contact with your DM at all? Just to know if you would like be able to know, like connected to him on social media or anything like that. Or are you like blocked or anything? Just out of curiosity. Okay, we've got for you a user 1111. We have the 9 of Wands. Okay, I'm actually going to refer to my little booklet here on this 9 of Wands super quick. Where be my wands? There we are. Okay, 9 of Wands. Okay. You may have been wounded in battle, but you are strong and magical. You can handle anything that comes your way. Look within yourself for the confidence and strength that can get you through that final push and across the finish line. Perseverance, resilience, and confidence. So I feel like basically the Nine of Wands is basically saying that um, you just need to like do you and keep being like a survivor and keep being strong and keep persevering and keep just like pressing on in your own life at this time. Because the Nine of Wands is kind of like that wounded warrior. Like you've definitely been hurt. You've definitely been through the ringer. You've obviously had your heart, pulled out of your chest and crushed here at some point. But you just need to keep on like pressing on and fight the good fight of faith, basically, because that's what the wounded warrior does. Even though he's been wounded, he doesn't stop fighting. He doesn't quit. He keeps going. So I feel like, you definitely just need to keep going and keep pressing through and keep being confident and keep persevering. And not just when it comes to your DM, but when it comes to just like life in general, like your dreams, your goals, your aspirations, your career, whatever it is that, you're passionate about and that you love for your own life. Like that's definitely number one. And I feel like, those are the things you should be fighting for first and foremost, not necessarily worrying about like what he's doing or what he's doing, dealing with the karmic or anything, because those things could just, easily eat you alive on the inside and steal your peace and steal your joy. And, your peace and your joy should be more valuable to you than what's going on with your DM, basically. So, yeah, definitely keep fighting the good fight of faith. And we have the Eight of Pentacles here. And the Eight of Pentacles is all about hard work. It's about diligence. It's about a very like a grounded and stable kind of energy. So, once again, I feel like when it comes down to like your own dreams, your own goals, your own aspirations, your own life, keep building it, keep creating it, keep building and creating that life of your dreams. Because, I feel like the question is more so about taking care of yourself here than it is necessarily what's going on with him. And we have the Chariot, which is all about overcoming adversaries. So, I know that there is a third party situation involved for you right now, which would be considered an adversary. So I feel like, the more you work on yourself and the more you take care of yourself, there can be action made to overcome this situation and overcome the adversary of the third party. Let me shuffle these cards a little bit more and get a little bit more insight here for you. I may pull a couple cards from Amira's Love Oracle as well because, there we had a card that just flipped out. We have two cards that just flipped out. Okay, so we have the Two of Pentacles and we have the Lovers. Blocked off all communication. Well, I think we have the answers to what's going on with the karmic situation as of right now. I do think that he is probably still with the karmic situation because the Lovers can indicate, depending on what's going on in the situation, it can indicate a third party situation because there are 3 unicorns involved here. So I do feel like he is probably still with the karmic as of the moment. And the other reason I believe that, to back up the Lovers here with the third party situation, is we also have the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Pentacles is about juggling. It's about juggling back and forth between 2 people, 2 situations, 2 different things. So your DM could be juggling back and forth in his head mentally about how he feels about you and how he feels about the third party. So he definitely seems to be juggling as of the moment, but he's probably still with her, but he's definitely juggling back and forth between like, do I stay with her? Do I go back to, what do I do? But he's definitely juggling, and there definitely seems to be 3 that are involved in the situation. But like I said, I do think that, you are the wounded warrior in the situation here, but you need to just like persevere and be confident and keep going and keep like working on your own life and due diligence and keep taking care of yourself and going for your own dreams and your own passions and your own desires. And then action will eventually be made where you'll be able to overcome the adversaries here of your third party situation. And let me get one more card for you to see if we can get like any kind of outcome as to what could happen in the future with you guys, or just anything else that we need to know in general dealing with him. Because I also feel like if he wasn't with her anymore, you probably wouldn't be blocked anymore. Like maybe you're blocked because, he's still with her. And if he wasn't still with her, then, he would have no reason to keep you blocked. He'd probably unblock you and he'd be like, hey, guess what? Like, I'm free and available again. But if he's blocked you, it's probably because it has something to do with her. So let's see. Let's see if there's anything else that comes through. All right. We've got the King of Swords. So he's kind of like the King of Swords right now, which makes sense because the King of Swords, he's kind of like the Ice King. He comes in with his truth, but he's not exactly always nice about his truth. He can be very, very cutting with it, very, not a lot of tact, I guess you could say, just very blunt and straightforward. So I feel like if you guys were in communication, he may not exactly like say the nicest things to you right now, just because, he's balancing the karmic and everything. He's kind of got like this Ice King exterior. So it's probably best for you to just do you and focus on you right now, because if he does come towards you, you don't want him to come towards you as like the King of Swords. You would either rather him come forward as like the King of Pentacles, someone who's stable, someone who's reliable, someone who's grounded, or maybe as like the Emperor, someone who's embodied all the kings. But yeah, he's kind of, a little bit of the Ice King right now. So yeah, like I said, I feel like the best thing you can do for yourself right now is to keep working on yourself and taking care of yourself, kind of a thing. And, just when he's ready, when he's done with that situation, exterior or mostly exterior influences. Yeah. Yeah. And, unfortunately, they can be very influenced by that. And you're just going to kind of have to like let him wait that out, is what it comes down to. You can't force somebody else's soul work. Basically, soul work is slow work. So, whatever it is that he needs to work out for himself, he needs to work that out in his own time and, in his own way with the third party and everything. And when he's ready to overcome that and let go of that, he will. But in the meantime, keep living your life and keep doing you and doing what you got to do, because that's going to be the best thing possible for you, basically. And it's going to make the time fly by. Like, who wants to sit around just being brokenhearted about some guy the entire time? Like, live your life, be sexy, be confident, go out there and conquer the world and, create your own world and everything. And then when he's ready, he's going to be like, wow, look at how much you've done for yourself. Like, during this time we've been apart, like, you've got it going on. Like, he's going to be impressed. So do you, boo boo, as they say. All right, let's see what else we got here. So we got Ida E's question and user 1111's question. Will Johnson, will Claire ever reach out to me? All right. Will Claire reach out to you? We have a dude in the house who wants to know about a girl. All right. Well, let's just keep diving in here with the tarot. For Will Claire reach out to him? Will Claire reach out to Will? Let's see. Let's see if she'll reach out. Gee, I wish my dude would pop in and be just like, will you reach out to me? Oh, of course he won't do that. Oh, Yes, the one dude. We appreciate you. We do. We appreciate you very much. For sure. We need more dudes out there like you. Okay. Let's see if Claire will reach out to you. Just out of curiosity, have you reached out to her at all? Because, a lot of the times, we're always talking about how, the feminines should lean back and the masculines should be the ones to pursue and everything. And, obviously, like if she doesn't want to be the pursuer and she wants to do the whole being in her feminine energy thing, maybe that's why she hasn't come forward, is maybe she's so busy leaning back, waiting on you to lean forward. But we'll see what comes through. We'll see what comes through for Will and Claire. Yeah, but she doesn't reciprocate. All right. Well, we'll see what's going on. We'll see what's happening here. And I'm sure you're not a creepy dude towards her either, because I've literally had creepy dudes I don't even know who just like know me as a friend, and they're just like, God told me that you're supposed to be my wife. And I'm like, God didn't drop me that memo. Bye. And I'm sure you're not doing that to her at all. Twin flame dynamics. Okay. Usually it's always like the opposite way around, where it's like, the guy who's like not reciprocating, and it's the girl who's in your situation. But you guys could be flip-flopped. I mean, who knows? Maybe like you're the feminine in the situation and she could be the masculine, who knows? It doesn't necessarily have to be by gender. So, all right, let's see what we got. We have the Four of Swords. So the Four of Swords is about a time of rest, basically. This unicorn has basically laid down this fourth sword and it's just relaxing. It's just kind of chilling out. So I feel like that could be what Claire's doing right now. She's just kind of laying low, basically. She's just relaxing. She's just resting. I don't feel it's like anything specific towards you, like a dig at you, like she's trying to lay low from you on purpose. That could just simply be her energy and where she's at right now in general. Like we all go through those seasons and those periods where it's like we don't really want to socialize and we don't really want to be around a lot of people sometimes. And it's like, our friends will hit us up and, we'll make plans. And then all of a sudden, someone will suddenly like cancel at the last minute. And then it's like you suddenly feel relieved that the whole thing got canceled. And it's like, oh, thank God it's canceled. I can stay home in my pajamas, So she could be in kind of like that vibe right now, where she may not be feeling super social as a whole right now. I don't feel like it's anything towards you specifically, but she could be like this towards everybody. Like she could have other friends hitting her up saying like, hey, you want to do this, or hey, you want to do that, and she can be like, no, I'm kind of liking this quarantine being in my pajamas thing. So yeah, so she could kind of be in that kind of vibe right now. And we have the lovers. We have the lovers coming through. So speaking of like the twin flame dynamics and like third parties and that kind of thing, I don't know if you guys have a third party. But if you don't, I feel like there's two ways that this card can be read. There's the third party way, of course, and then there's just the fact that it's like two people kind of merging into one kind of a thing. Because the other way that I see this card sometimes, if there's not a third party involved, is usually the third unicorn. I usually look at it as basically God, and it's like God marrying the other two. And I always tell people that's the best possible third party situation to be in anyway, is like you and your person and God. And it's like the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, Holy Ghost kind of a thing. So if anything, I feel like that could basically be where you guys could be headed in the future. But yeah, it seems like she's just kind of laying low right now. And I feel like I need to shuffle these better. Now I'm getting cards that came up before. So let me shuffle these a little bit more here. See what else comes out for you. See what else comes out. Either that or I may just pick another deck and see what's going on. see what's going on with Claire. But I definitely think she's laying low. I definitely get that vibe. Okay, we have the Six of Cups. So there seems to be this nostalgic energy that's going on. So even if she is laying low at this time and she's just like kind of chilling out and taking time for herself, she could be thinking about the past a lot. She could be heavily dwelling on that. She could be thinking about the past a lot when it comes to you guys and your history. So yeah, there definitely seems to be some past energy here, even maybe past life energy between the two of you. And we have the Eight of Cups as well. And I know this came out earlier for somebody else, but the Eight of Cups is basically like this journey that we're on. It's about seeking and being on this journey. So, and that could be another understandable reason why, if she is a little withdrawn right now, and if she is just taking time for herself and relaxing, it could be because she's just like in a very reflective mode. She's in a very reflective mode in terms of like her own personal journey. And yeah, I mean, that involves you, but really, like, our spiritual journey isn't just about like a journey with a person or twin flame dynamic, but it's a journey of like our own spiritual growth and our own relationship with God and stuff like that. So she could very much so be reflecting on that right now, like reflecting on her own journey, on her own life, on her own choices. And, once again, that's kind of where this nostalgia card comes in, where she's reflecting on the past. And, yeah. So I feel like she's just doing a lot of that right now, where she's just kind of laying low. It's almost kind of like a hermit kind of a vibe, even though the hermit card hasn't come out. I'll laugh if it does though. But it's kind of, yeah, like it's kind of like she's just kind of retreating and going in for herself right now, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I mean, that's a good thing. There are definitely worse things she could be up to, that she could be doing. But she seems to be just kind of like laying low for herself right now. Maybe she's felt depleted. Maybe she's felt like, her energy's been drained a lot lately and she's needing some time to recharge her battery. I kind of get that kind of feeling. So I don't think it's anything personal towards you. I really don't. But yeah, if she needs that time and space, she needs that time and space. She'll probably reciprocate when she's ready. And we have the Ace of Swords. So I do feel like when she's ready, she will speak. She will speak her truth to you and she will talk to you, because that's what the Ace of Swords is all about. It's like a new beginning in thinking. It's a new beginning in how we're speaking, that kind of thing. So I do feel like when she's done with her resting and relaxation that she's doing right now and kind of just laying low, I do feel like she will present some truth, and she'll present some thoughts to you, and probably the new ways that she's thinking coming out of that. So I do feel like that will be on the way. So she'll reciprocate when she's ready, is basically what it comes down to. So if she's not saying anything right now, don't panic. I don't think it's about you or it's connected to you. I just think that she's working some of her own things out, which is understandable, but she will come around. So hopefully that helps and makes sense. Let me scroll back up here and see who else we got. Sometimes I get lost in all the other comments that are made. All right, we got Robin, we got Charlie Puth, we got Just Jay. Stormy Waters. Hey, Stormy Waters. Okay, could you tell me about my DM who is a Taurus? All right. So Stormy Waters, let me pull up something here for you with your DM who is a Taurus. Let's jump back into some journey of love. Let's jump back into some journey of love for Stormy Waters and her Taurus DM. Those stubborn bulls. You're welcome, Will. I do hope she reaches out to you soon, for sure. I'm sure she will. Just hang in there and chill out. Don't take it personally is the most important thing. And I feel like so many times, like when it comes to these situations, like regardless whether we're the feminine or the masculine, like we have this tendency of taking it personally if they don't talk to us, if they don't say something to us. But 99.9% of the time, it's all in our heads, and it's not us who is the issue. It's not like anything that we said or anything that we did. It's our own overthinking. That's our own worst enemy. And most of the time, it's legit because they have other things going on in their life. So, like my person right now, he has some stuff going on with like the doctor that he has to like quarantine for, and that sucks. And I wish it wasn't like that, but I know it's not me that's the issue as of right now. And then he's also having issues at work and everything where he's had to step up and take the slack there, which once again has nothing to do with me. But it is what it is. I got to remember to not take things personally too. So we all need to. Most of the time, it's really not about us. It's about something else. Anyways, here endeth my little tangent on that. Let's see what's happening with Stormy Waters and her Taurus DM. All right, we've got consistency. I promise to make it all up to you. I think it's so funny how some of the same cards like love to come out over and over again. But obviously there's a theme here. So he does want to be consistent. He does want to make it all up to you, whatever it is that's gone down, whatever that's happened in the past. So he wants to be consistent. So if he hasn't been consistent, he definitely wants to change that. Which is funny because I feel like a Taurus would be consistent because they're supposed to be pretty earthy, right? I think, consistency and stability when it comes to them, but maybe he has some other things in his chart making him funny. I'm ready to tell you everything, vulnerable. So I feel like when he is ready to step up and be consistent, he'll probably be transparent and authentic, and he'll probably like share his heart with you. He'll share some truths with you. He'll ready to like actually, open up his heart and actually be vulnerable. So that's a good thing. And we have, this time has taught me so much, separation. So during the time that you guys have been apart, he's probably learning and growing a lot as a person, as I'm sure you are. Obviously, if we didn't have lessons to learn, if there wasn't like somewhere we needed to grow, if there wasn't somewhere we needed to work on ourselves, there would be no reason to have that separation. Like we would just come together like that, and that would be it. And it's funny because I feel like there are certain lessons that you need to learn apart, and there are certain lessons that you need to learn together, because even when you are in union, even when you are with your person, that doesn't mean that lessons automatically stop. And that doesn't mean that, you just ride off into the sunset and live happily ever after, because then it's like you have all that couple shit that you have to work out together. It's like you still have two different personalities coming together and dealing with each other all the time. So it doesn't really end. Like the lessons always come, they just transform and they look different. But it's good to be like prepared and to be the best versions of yourself before you enter that, than like be trying to work that all out in the middle of it. But let's see what else we got. Attraction. I'm drawn to you uncontrollably. So he's definitely still drawn to you. He's definitely still very attracted to you. There's definitely that magnetic pull. So, it's not just like physical where are my words? There is definitely that physical connection aside from, spiritual, emotional, mental, that kind of thing. And we have soulmates. We've done this before. We will do it again, which obviously makes sense. So you guys definitely have that long ongoing history, and like a couple of weird crazies. You're going to come back and you're do it again. Just like I don't know why any of us would do this again, but you will, because we're all a little nutty like that apparently. But yeah, so hopefully that helps and make some sense for you, Stormy Waters. You are very, very welcome. Let me see if there are any other questions. Otherwise, I think I'm going to hop off of here pretty soon, you guys. I've been on for 2.5 hours, but I definitely appreciate everyone coming out and, stepping in here for a free reading. And just a reminder, you guys, in case you didn't know, I'm doing this every Tuesday on TikTok at 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, and every Thursday on Instagram, also 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I know links to all that kind of stuff should be in the description if you guys want to, follow me on TikTok and Insta, and then you can get free readings there too. But otherwise, I'm going to be back here again next Saturday, which I believe is the 19th, and it'll be 9 p.m. Central Standard Time again to do more of these readings. But thank you guys for liking and all that other amazing stuff, and sharing and subscribing and all of that. It definitely means the world to me. And I got some more fun pick-a piles coming this week, like holiday related stuff and everything, because, well, I'm just a little Christmas crazy. But let me just make sure I didn't miss anyone's questions before I sign off, because I want to make sure I got everybody in. Stormy Waters. We do have another one. Okay, we have Lila A. Hi, what's coming for me in 2021? All right, so Lila A, 2021. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got here. Let's go back to these divine doggies. I like my divine dog oracle because I like doggies. And my dog is on the bed right here with me right now. Well, I'm not on the bed. I'm actually next to the bed, but he's on the other side of the bed. He's chilling out, hanging out here too. Okay, so 2021 for Lila A. Let's see what we got. What does she need to know? What does she need to know here? Okay. We've got, for Lila A, surrender, let it go. So I feel like this is basically saying, don't carry any crap from 2020 into 2021, basically. Like, surrender all the negativity, all the bad things that have happened, all the things that have gone wrong from 2020, which I know is probably a lot because it's a lot for all of us right now. But I feel like it's basically saying, surrender any worries, any fears, any doubts, any insecurities, anything that is holding you back. Surrender that and leave it in 2020. Don't drag it with you into 2021, because if you want to have the best 2021 ever, surrendering is a great way to do so. Just, the whole like let go, let God kind of a thing. So yeah, we have arrogance, get off the pedestal. So, oh, and now my mom's dog is barking outside the door. Anyway, speaking of dogs, she must know I have the divine dog deck out. But I feel like basically, I feel like this kind of goes hand in hand with the surrender card, because it's like sometimes we can, get kind of arrogant about things and put things on a pedestal that shouldn't be there, things that we should be letting go, things that we should be surrendering. So, whatever these things are that you need to surrender, really double check to make sure that, see if there are things that you are putting on a pedestal, like basically making something to be more important than what it really is. And if you are making it more important than what it really is, especially if it's like fears and doubts and stuff like that, you definitely need to surrender those things. So I feel like those are things that, definitely need to go, going into 2021. But you have success. Honor your gifts. So I feel like 2021 can be a very successful year for you, as long as you go into it with the right mindset, as long as you're surrendering things that don't need to be there. 2021 can be awesome. You can probably achieve a lot of goals and dreams and desires, and, have lots of blessings and abundance and favor and all that kind of stuff. Success can definitely be yours. Thank you for coming out, Stormy Waters. You rest well as well. and playfulness just for fun. So I feel like there's also going to be fun for you coming in 2021 as well. Like there's going to be a time of kind of like this youthful energy and just, playing and having fun and not taking life so incredibly seriously where you're so just like overwhelmed with stress and anxiety and adulting and stuff like that. So there is going to be time to play and have fun and just enjoy life. And we have endurance. Keep your eyes on the ball. So, we did have the success card come out earlier, and I feel like you're going to be successful because you're going to be resilient. You're going to, endure the ups and the downs that are going to be coming your way, and you're going to be persistent and you're going to be consistent and you're just going to like plow through. So, I feel like there's going to be a combination of like ups and downs. There's going to be a combination of like a time to work and a time to play, but you're going to have success in all that you wind up doing coming up in 2021. I feel like it starts with surrendering whatever needs to be let go of from 2020, and you can walk into like a super abundant and blessed 2021. Anger, feel the heat, then turn it down. So, once again, anything that you're holding on to from 2020, let go of it, leave it in 2020. Don't carry it over into 2021, especially if it's anger, if it's bitterness, if it's resentment, if it's unforgiveness. Drop it, leave it in the past. And intimacy, open up and get close. So, there could be a chance for like love coming for you in 2021, the chance for like a super intimate and close relationship that could be coming your way as well. So, it could be a very successful year for you overall, regardless of what your dreams and your desires are, could be good for you in terms of your career, in terms of relationships, in terms of everything. So I think 2021 is going to be a really exciting year for you, like some ups and some downs, some good times and some bad times. But I think it's going to be overall successful and playful and happy, and it'll go really well for you. So I would just say, as long as your mindset is going in the right direction, your 2021 will go in the right direction. So hopefully that made sense. Let me double check here, make sure I didn't miss anybody else. We got Stormy. We got Lila A. I think that's it, you guys. I think I got everyone's questions. So you're very welcome. So yeah, I think that's it, you guys. I think I got everybody's questions now. Unless I missed anyone, now is your time to speak or hold your peace until the next live, basically. But otherwise, I think I'm going to wrap it up because I've been on for like 2.5 hours. But I'm so glad that I was able to do this, and I was able to do it without it like buffering and going out on me. Thank you for hanging out, KB. Thank you guys so much. Like I said, just, quick reminder, TikTok Tuesdays, I'll be live over there. Instagram Thursdays, I'll be live over there. And of course, every Saturday right here on YouTube, I will be live 9 p.m. Central Standard Time, all the different places. Otherwise, I will see you guys later. And I hope you guys all have a wonderful and beautiful night and the rest of your weekends. And thank you guys for all the likes and all the subs and, just like commenting and enjoying the readings and letting me know your feedback. It definitely means so much to me. So you guys keep sparkling. Mwah! I will see you guys next time.